Good morning, sir.
Good
Yes,
morning, sir.
yes. 34. The total number of participants is 34. And I request for the today's class, I request the first five to unmute your mic. Ismat, number two, Srikant Rao, Anshu, Arvind Bosch, and Daksha.
Dakshish.
Okay.
Dakshish, sir.
Dakshesh, yes. Yes, you please unmute your mic. You please be with us till the end. Right. I think so. There won't be any problem with the audio, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The number of participants is 27. Okay, hope. Yes, this is what we were discussed earlier in the yesterday's class, and hope you have made a separate notebook for our subject, numerical methods. And yesterday we were discussed the need for doing engineering analysis, and we were started from the experimental and analytical, and then numerical methods. And the numerical methods further categorized or classified into various based on the method of calculation. It is classified into functional approximation, finite difference method, and finite element analysis. And a very important topic is finite element analysis. And the numerical method is a earlier course to have a visit over the finite element prerequisite for doing the finite element analysis. It is a very important topic for the production engineer as well as mechanical engineers. And concerning the functional approximation, the need for the functional approximation arises in many branches, belongs to the applied mathematics and computer science. In general, the functional approximation problem asks as to select a function among a well-defined class that closely matches, that is approximately a target function in a task specific way. And regarding the finite difference method, the mathematics, that is finite difference methods or numerical methods for approximating the solution to differential equations using finite difference equation to approximate the derivatives. And the numerical concerning the finite element method or finite element analysis, it is a numerical technique for finding the approximate solution of partial differential equation as well as the integral equation, whether it might be a partial or ordinary differential equation. The solution approach is based on either on eliminating the differential equation completely. Usually we did in steady state problem, or rendering the partial differential equation into an approximating system of ODE, that is ordinary differential equation, which will usually be carried out during the Euler method and Runge-Kutta method. And in finite element analysis, a body or a structure in which the analysis to be carried out is subdivided into smaller elements. And the smaller elements, the subdivided smaller elements is usually called as a finite element. In yesterday, I have drawn a particular area in order to find the we made a graph, and in order to find the area, what we did, we were divided into known geometry. And what we are going to do with finite element analysis, we are going to divide into various parts that too with known geometries, and through that we are trying to find the unknowns. And this smaller divided portion is usually called as finite elements. Then the body is considered as an assemblage of these finite elements and connected at specific points, usually called as nodes or nodal points. See, there is a cantilever beam, and the cantilever beam is subjected to a point load of P. Let it be P. And this can be divided into equal parts as per the convenient. We can divide into 2 or 3. Here I am dividing into 3 elements. This is called element 1 and element 2, and this is what element 3, and the junctions is usually called as nodes. This is called node. This is called node. And node 1 and node 2 and node 3 and node 4. The junctions are usually called as nodes. This is called node. In order to differentiate the nodes with the elements, we are making the elements with a circle, isn't it? And then what we are going to do, the properties of each element can be obtained and assembled and assembled together and solved as whole to get the solution. And this is what we are going to do with finite element analysis. So as a prerequisite for finite element analysis, we are doing numerical methods, and FEA is a subcategory or subclassification of numerical methods. So we will begin with the matrix algebra. The matrix, you are already familiar with these basics and all. Anyway, I want to refresh those contents. My slides are visible.
Yes, sir.
Arvind, you unmute. Please unmute, Arvind. Anshu, you please unmute. Till the end, you can. Yes, yes, Arvind. And the 5 is Amin. Amin Ismail. Amin, have Amin joined?
No, sir.
I think not yet. Okay. Srikant. Srikant.
Sir, Amulya, sir.
Oh, yes. Amulya. Amulya Srikant. Amulya. Amulya join?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. And Dakshas.
Yes, sir.
You please try to unmute your mic and be with us till the end, so that I can recognize you are responding or not, whether you are following my words or not. Yes.
Okay.
At some time, if environment wants to mute, you can mute. Rest, you please unmute your mic. Okay. Okay, already you are familiar with these matrix algebra. I'll refresh in a rapid way. I'll refresh these contents. There won't be any essential to make it make a note of these contents. I'll make a note once you want to make copy down the notes. I'll intimate you. From that you start your making notes with your personal notebooks. And this is what the fundamentals of matrix algebra and the types of matrix, that is row matrix. Usually the matrix is designated as m cross n, and the m would be the row and the number of row, and n would be the number of columns, and the row, that is the horizontal component is called as a row, and vertical component is called as a column. The matrix which has single row is categorized as row matrix, and this is what therefore the m cross n for the row matrix here, as depicted in the picture, is 1 cross 4. We have only one row and we have 4 different columns, and this is what the column matrix. The matrix which has a single column, this is what single column, and we have 4 different rows. Therefore, it is classified as column matrix, that is 4 cross 1. And the rectangular matrix, the m is not equal to n. Therefore, that is called as a rectangular matrix. And here we have 3 rows: row 1, row 2, row 3, and 4 different columns. And 3 into 4 is the designation. And square matrix. Square matrix, here the number of rows is equal to number of columns. Then that type of matrix is classified as square matrix. And diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix is a square matrix, and which has diagonal terms alone. This is what the major diagonal once we are talking about the diagonal, and it meant for the main diagonal, and even we have the secondary diagonal, and don't bother about the secondary diagonal. When there is a need, I will tell you. And the diagonal matrix is a square matrix which has diagonal term alone. All other terms are equal to 0, and scalar matrix is the diagonal matrix which in which all the terms are equal. And identity matrix is a scalar matrix, and which has identity, either identity or unit matrix. Usually it is designated as I, and when we are defining it, the identity matrix is a scalar matrix, and in which all the terms are unity. And this is what I22 and I33. And symmetric matrix, the matrix which has the element, which matrix satisfies Aij is equal to Aji, or A is equal to A transpose, that is called symmetric matrix. And the upper triangular matrix, upper triangular and lower triangular matrix is a square matrix in which the upper triangle matrix has the upper triangular terms alone, elements alone. All other elements are 0. That is, lower portion of this matrix is equal to 0. And similarly here the upper portion is 0. Importantly, which has the terms of main diagonal. The upper triangle matrix has the elements which includes the main diagonal and the upper portion, and similarly for the lower triangular matrix. And equal matrix, when two different matrices are equal, then the elements is also equal, and it is vice versa. And matrix operation, can you please remind the matrix operations which you studied during your school days? Is someone? I think you have muted. Yes. Amalya, you please remind some of the matrix studied during your school days.
Sir, when one like if like K into the matrix, sir, I'm not able to put it in words.
Okay, no issues, no
It's
issues.
like if one number is multiplied to every element in the matrix, then we can take out that number, like K into that matrix.
Okay, K can be given to all the elements of the matrix. That is what you want to emphasize, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it not goes to one particular row or one particular column.
Yeah, all the.
Yes, if it is so, if it is going to one particular row or column, then that is called
Determinant.
very good, very good. Who said?
Sure, Akshish.
Yes, that is determinant. That is different study. That is determinant. We are talking about matrix. Yes. Any other? Anyone? Any other matrix operations or matrix properties?
Multiplication of two matrices.
Multiplication of two matrices. Very good. Very good.
Addition of matrices
Yes,
and
yes.
sub
We begin with addition.
subtraction,
Okay. Very good. Subtraction. And then
subtraction of the matrices.
yes, subtraction. Yes.
Scalar
multiplication of
matrices.
Yes. Yes. Inverse. And then.
Inverse. Yes.
Yes, that's all. Very good, fine. Yes, scalar multiplication, as said by Amalya, it begins with scalar multiplication, and as said by for me, addition, subtraction can be possible, and multiplication of two matrices is possible, and transpose of matrix. One of your friends stated about the transpose of matrix. And when we are transferring the row into column, that becomes a transpose of matrix. Usually that is designated Aij. If we are transferring, that becomes Aji, or we are denoting with capital A, then we can we have to note it down with A transpose A power T. And then determinant of matrix. Determinant is an determinant of matrix should be a scalar. It should be a number. And okay, inverse of matrix. Please you remind how we calculated the inverse of matrix in the past. Inverse matrix. Yes, Anshu.
So like first we have to find out like rows multiplied subtract it and divide by their determinant. Matlab means we have to find the adjoint of matrix.
Oh, good. Then.
And then divide by determinant of matrix.
Okay, do we have any formula for calculating the inverse matrix? Do we have any formula? Is as detailed by you, you make it as a formula. That was right.
So, mod A into adjoint of A transpose.
Yes, that is what Siddharth, that is what, yes. 1 by, usually we are calling as mod A, that the mod is a term related to vector. Any fine, the effort is appreciated. We need to call it as a determinant. 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. That is it right, Siddharth? Okay, 1 by determinant of determinant of A into adjoint of A. That was the formula for doing calculation of inverse matrix. Yes, see here, that is cofactor or adjoint method for calculating the inverse matrix. And here we are going to do the same with row reduction or Gauss-Jordan method. We'll catch up this during in some time later. And the matrix differentiation. The differentiation integration is common with the past. The elements we are going to do integration with respect to one particular element, and in the same way we are going to do with the integration. And okay, the example we will begin these the linear system of equations with the eliminations. You have studied in order to find the results of simultaneous linear system of equation. What we did, we did eliminations. Assume this is the system of linear equations given to us. What we usually do, there are three different unknowns. If it is so, then what we'll do usually we'll remove one unknown and then we'll reduce into two equations, and from that two we'll reduce any one and we'll find the third unknown. From that we'll we'll come back to the second equation in order to find the second unknown. Similarly, we'll find the first unknown. See, this is for the elimination method. That is three unknowns. When we have three unknowns, we need three different equations. Here the unknown is x, y, z, and the after elimination here, fortunately, the by subtracting the second equation with the first equation, you can get the results of x. Can anyone try? This is what equation number 1, 2, 3, and subtract the second equation with the first equation.
So
the y, x is equal to
1.
Yes, of course. But in order to make a note of elimination, we did in a different way, and this is what a refresher. Don't make a note of these contents. And here the first equation is x plus y minus z, and by doing the elimination, we derived minus y plus z into minus 2. Z plus z is equal to minus 2, and with the aid of doing simple calculation, the 2z is equal to 4, and with the aid of the third equation, we can find the results of the z. See, each equation contains one variable less than the previous, and to solve the back substitution from this z, we can find the z is equal to 2. That z can be substituted into equation 2 in order to find the value of y. Once the y and z are known, then we can substitute into x. Is as detailed by your friend, x is equal to 1. See, this is what the unit 2 content, the solution of linear systems, and that is broadly classified into direct and indirect methods. In direct methods, we are going to have a visit over these Gauss elimination, Gauss-Jordan, LU decomposition for general coefficient matrices, and Thomson algorithm for a special group of matrices. And in indirect, we are going to visit with the Jacobi iteration, Gauss-Seidel iteration, the SOR, that is successive overlaps. That is a modified Gauss-Seidel method. Anyway, we'll approach, or we will target these one by one. Concerning the today's class, will begin the today's class with the Gauss elimination. You please make a note of it. Before that, I'll introduce how a matrix can be converted into an argument matrix, how a linear system of equations can be written in the form of augmented matrix. See, this is what the three different equation, and this how we can convert into matrix. This you are already aware. Without having the unknowns, we need to compile in the matrix, that is called the augmented matrix form. And see here, the coefficients alone we were written here: 1 1 minus 1 3, similarly 2 1 minus 1 4, and then 2 2 1 and 12, and this is what the augmented matrix. See, the column contains the coefficient, that is x, y, z and RHS, and this is called, usually this matrix is called the augmented matrix. Okay, you please make a note of it. And Gauss elimination method. This is what the example, and I'll usually I'll disseminate the problem number. You please note it down, the same number during recollection, during revisiting. It is essential to have a uniform problem number, and you please make it as example 1, example 1, example 2. The same way we are going to continue. For one particular unit, we are going to visit various examples. This is for example 1. Solve the following system by Gaussian elimination method. Please make a note of it. Start your in your notebook, personal notebook. You write these equations with the various information which we are disseminating in the PPT. Yes. Okay. What was the headlines today? Before that, we will discuss the headlines. Someone you please share what was the headlines in Hindu. SE question states on cases under 66A, and on the other side, President Hill's Madras legislature contributions, and the Karunanidhi's portrait unveiled in assembly. President Ramnath Kovind unveiling the portrait of M. Karunanidhi in assembly. Governor Banwarlal Purohit and Chief Minister with Stalin are seen. There is a picture shown, and that was the information with that picture. And apart from Vikash, someone you please unmute your mic and share the current affairs. Vikash, are you ready? Vikash?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, Vikash, go ahead, Vikash.
Sir, and yes, yesterday, Indonesian player won gold medal after defeating Chinese players.
Okay.
And
No. I have requested you to share some other content.
regarding Tokyo Olympic.
No. Yes. Regarding the Tokyo Olympic. Men's high jump. Italy, and there is a last moment with the Italy's and the Qatar. Anyone? You didn't search about this content, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fine. No issues. Anyone knows about it? Men's high jump. Italy versus Qatar.
Yes, sir. They shared the gold medal.
They both shared
Yes.
the gold medal. Like after something like many years, this was the first time that two persons sharing the same gold medal.
Yes. What was happened? You please go ahead.
Because like in this athletics, no, so they both height and their accuracy was the same. So the board decided to give them both the medal. Like they decided to share the medal, sir.
Okay, what was the height which is
It
crossed
was
during the last attempt? That is
it was something
2.37 meters. Okay,
2.73. Yes, sir.
2.37 meters. What happens? What happens? That is a attempt given to Italy's sportsman, and he refused due to his leg injury, right?
It happened in 2016, right, sir?
Oh, it happened during 2016, not in
Yeah.
this. Okay, okay. What happened in the this Olympics?
Uh, like just because like they both reached the same maximum height, they got to share the medal, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Anyway, you please read, and if it is feasible in tomorrow's lecture, will you make a detailed note about it. Right, Pranav, what happened? Have you studied, Pranav?
Like it was basically a lot of. I mean, there were a lot of tiebreakers. Still, they
Yes.
weren't able to decide. So
Yes.
then the person told that you have an option to share the medal. You want to share it? That one guy said, "Yeah, I'm okay with sharing the medal." So they both shared the medal.
Yes, that is what happened for me. Yes, even after so many attempts and it was tied, and some mistakes made on both the sides, and then it was decided to share the medals. And the both of them were very good friends, and you can watch those peculiar moments uh, in YouTube or some other you Google. You can watch that peculiar moment. Yes. Any other current affairs? IIT again. IIT emphasized about the third wave. Okay, we'll discuss about it a little later. If it is feasible, we'll discuss today, or we'll discuss in the subsequent classes, and we'll continue with the gas elimination. Yes, and this is what the first example. And what we need to start, we need to start with the augmented matrix form, and augmented matrix form, the coefficients
Sir,
alone written.
can you show the question once again, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Once you return, you please make a note. I'll continue with the next slide.
Yes, sir. Continue.
Yes. During the presentation itself, you try to make a note, because I'll give the plenty of time for making the notes. So don't find some other time for making the notes of these contents. It will be hectic. This is what the augmented matrix form: 1 minus 1 minus 1, and minus 3 2 minus 3 6, and 2 minus 5 4 5. And what we need to do, we need to find the largest absolute in the first column. See, in the first column, what was the largest absolute? Irrespective of the sign, the largest absolute exists in the second column. Is it right? That second column has to be transferred as second row has to be transferred into first row. So first find the largest absolute. This is what the largest absolute, right? And this largest absolute is called as a pivot. And this is called pivot. And what we need to do, we need to make this into first. This row has to be changed into first row, and the first row. Then what happened? First row becomes as a second row. And then what we have, what we are going to do, we are going to make this as in 1, make the pivot first pivot into 1, and then make the rest terms in the column as 0. What we are going to do, we are going to make this pivot as 1, Once it is made, make the other terms in the respective column into 0. Similarly, we are going to continue the problem. So in order to make it this as in 1, what we need to do? This is what row 1. Row 1 implies row 1 divided by 3. Is it right? Make the pivot as 1 by dividing the first row by the pivot. That is row 1 divided by minus 3. Hope you returned. Hope you returned. If anyone not returned, you please tell me. I'll wait in the same slide. Hope you all returned.
Sir, please shift to the previous slide.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, what is pivot?
The largest absolute in the first column is called as a pivot.
Okay.
A pivot in mechanical terminology, what is called as a pivot? Have you played the seesaw? Have you played the seesaw? We have. There are two players at one side on the other side, and this is called a pivot. In mechanical terminology, this is called pivot. And here, what we are going to do the calculation with the aid of one particular element. So that is why this is called as a pivot. With the aid of that particular major term, we are going to do the calculation. Therefore, it is termed as pivot.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes. Do you have any queries?
Sir, we like column or row in which we have to find the largest absolute pivot.
I didn't get your point.
Sir, like from column or from row, from which you find this largest absolute.
In the first column,
Okay.
In the first column alone. The first column, find the largest absolute, and then once you are found the largest absolute, this largest absolute is exist in the second row. Is it right? Therefore,
Yes,
this row has to be made as in first row.
Okay, sir.
Once it was done, then make the pivot as 1. In order to do so, what is the easiest way? By dividing the same number. That is with minus 3, we can do minus 3 divided by minus 3, 1. 2 by minus 3 becomes 2 by minus 3. Minus 3 by minus 3 becomes 1. And minus 6 by minus 3 becomes 2. And that is what here. Therefore, we have 1 minus 2 by 3, 1 and 2. The rest are same. There won't be any change with the row 2 and row 3. And then what we are going to do, we are going to make this as zeros. Importantly, with the help of this pivot, modified pivot. Then what we need to do? We need to make equations. The row 2 implies row 2 minus row 1, and row 3 implies row 3 minus what was the formula? Anyone try?
Minus R1 by
R3 minus 2R2.
2R1.
3 minus 2R2.
For R3 tell me. R3 implies?
R3 minus 2R2.
Yes, sir. No. You need to depend the pivot. R1. Don't do with R2. That is what it is very important. That is what it is called as a pivot. The changes has to be made by the pivot. Okay.
R3 minus 2R2. So
Oh, yes. R1. With the aid of R1, we need to do the changes. R2 implies R2 minus R1. Okay. What will be the terms? 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, minus 1, minus of minus 2 by 3, that becomes minus 1 into plus 2 by 3. This minus 3 into minus 1 becomes minus 3 plus 2 divided by 3. Therefore, it becomes minus 1 by 3. And you make a note in a quick way. Please write these things. 1 minus 1.
Hello, sir. Your voice is not coming.
So you can leave.
Do we have to leave the meet?
Yes, now check whether the audio is good.
Yes, sir. We can hear you
Yes,
now.
sir.
Yes, I think that there is a technical issue.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Okay, shall we move ahead? Have you copied down?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And then what we are going to do, we are going to do the changes with the third row. We are going to make this as 0. In order to do so, the R3 implies we need to have an equation that is R3 implies R3 minus R2 R1. R3 minus 2R1. This is what already we presented here. No need to make again the same matrix at two different places. Now to understand the elements we are again representing here, and 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, minus 5, minus of 2 into minus 2 by 3, therefore that becomes 4 by 3, therefore minus 15 plus 4 divided by 3 becomes minus 11 by 3, and then 4 minus of 2 into 1 becomes 2. Similarly, 5 minus 2 into 4, 2 becomes 4. This becomes 4, therefore 1. Therefore, new system of equation becomes 0 minus 2 by 3, 1, 2, 0 minus 1 by 3, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 11 by 3, 2, and 1. Yes, and then In the second, what we did in the past, that is, we were find the largest absolute in the first column. Similarly, try to find the largest absolute in the second column. Here, the largest absolute. Here we have 2 by 3, 1 by 3. Importantly, without considering the sign. Here, the largest absolute is 11 by 3. So this has to be the new pivot. This is what the new pivot. Make this new pivot into second row. Convert this into second row. Therefore, it becomes a second row, and second row becomes a third row. So this is what the changes made in the matrix. 1 1 minus 2 by 3 1 2 0 minus 11 by 3 2 1 0 minus 1 by 3 0 and 1. And what we have to do? We have to make this pivot into 1. And then the rest of the terms, that is the lower triangular portion, has to be made as 0. That is our objective. What we are going to? We are going to make this 3 terms as 0. So here the new pivot term has to be made as 1. By in what way we can make this as 1? By dividing the same term, or by multiplying the reciprocal. Here R2 implies R2 into minus 3 by 1. I am multiplying with the reciprocal, so that particular pivot term becomes 1, and the second term, that is 2 into minus 3 by 11, becomes minus 6 by 11, and the third term becomes minus 3 by 11. So the new matrix is, this is what the new matrix. The changes made in the second row: 0 1 minus 6 by 11 minus 3 by 11. Here, then what we have to do? We have to make this term as 0 with the aid of new pivot. Therefore, someone, you please unmute your mic. What was the equation now to make this as 0? R3 implies what was the, which equation gives this as 0?
R2 into 1 by 3. R3 minus R2 into 1 by 3.
R3 implies
R3 minus R2 multiply 1 by 3.
Here we have minus, therefore
Plus.
Sorry,
plus.
plus.
Yes. That is what the essential equation now to make this as 0. See, R3 plus 1 by 3 into R2. Therefore, the term becomes 0, and this term, that is the second term, 0 plus 1 by 3 into R2, that is minus 6 by 11. This 2 by dividing the 6 with 3, we will get minus 2 by 11, and then the third term becomes here minus 1 plus 1 by 3 into minus 3 by 11. Therefore, minus 1, let it be minus 1. Here this term becomes 3 by cancelling 3 we will get minus 1 by 11. This, by doing cross multiplication, we will get minus 12 by 11. So this was the new matrix. So then the changes made in the first column, changes made in the second column. What we need to do changes in the third column. Here don't find the largest absolute, and this is what are the absolute. Make this term into 1. Therefore, this is what the new pivot, and by multiplying the reciprocal, we will get 1. On the RHS, that is minus 12 by 11 into minus 11 by 2 becomes 6. So this is what the subsequent matrix. 1 minus 2 by 3, 1, 2, 0, 1 minus 6 by 11 minus 3 by 11, 0, 0, 1, 6. Shall I continue?
Sir, but why we have to make the pivot as 1? I mean, it's actually making the calculations more complex. We can directly keep it and we can try eliminating at the end.
Yes,
we can do it would not be constant, right?
I'll tell you.
That part,
Even, yes, we can. Yes, even this without having the any rule, we can get the solution even with a minimum number of steps. But still, you follow these. Behind the screen, we have certain logics. Without, since you are asking, without making as one, also we can find. Okay, shall I move ahead?
Sir, but in the third column, largest absolute is 1. Then why you convert 2 by 11?
No. Don't worry about these two rows. Now concern about this term alone. Now concern about this term alone. We were made changes in these terms. That is, we are going to make this main diagonal as 1.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Now the answer is x3 is equal to 6. You are asking, I think Pranav asked, I think so. What Pranav asking, without making this one also we can find the result. Yes, even some other techniques also available, but the Gauss elimination suggested to do so. And even some advantages and even some major disadvantages is also available. Since you please follow these steps now to find the results, and here the answers we are getting x3 in a direct way we are getting. If it is 2, see, assume if it is 2, without doing calculation we are having some term 2, then what might be the answer? The z is equal to 3 by making this 2 on the RHS, the 6 by it becomes 6 by 2, we are getting z is equal to 3. That is what the we need to do. We need to carry one more step, and by doing the back substitution method, we can find the rest of the terms. That is, we can find x2 as well x1. What was the second equation here? Here the second equation is 0 into x1 becomes 0, x2, and now minus 6 by 11 into x3 is equal to minus 3 by 11. This is what the second equation. And please remember the coefficient of the first row also. So this is what the second equations. I am applying x3 value in the second equation, and therefore x2 is equal to minus 3 by 11 plus 6 by 11 into x3. By applying 6, I'll get 36 by 11. So minus 3 plus 36, 33 by 11 is equal to 3. Therefore x2 is equal to 3. And concerning the first row, this is what the first row, x1 minus 2 by 3 x2 plus x3 is equal to 2. By applying the values of 2, x2 and x3, that is 3 and 6, we'll get the value of x1. x1 minus 2 plus 6 is equal to 2, and x1 is equal to minus 2. Therefore, the solution, x1 is equal to minus 2, x2 is equal to 3, and x3 is equal to 6. Is this what the result? Okay, any queries with these content? Any queries?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. You please copy down this two examples. This is for your practice, and hope you solve on your own. In the next class, we'll discuss about the answers of these two examples. This is what your homework, that is example 2 and exam 3. Example 2 and example 3, you please make a note of. Hope you copy down. Yes. The first 5. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Share your screen. Share your video so that I can recognize you. Yes. Introduce yourself one by one. Let's begin with Amolya. Amolya.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes, Amolya. Yes.
Sir, I should just introduce myself.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Amolya, and I'm from Karnataka, Bangalore, and I'm from A section. Sir, what else, sir?
What is your father name?
So my father's name is Shrikant.
What is your father?
So sorry?
What is your father? Occupation?
He's an investment consultant.
Very. Mother homemaker. Your
Yeah.
mother is a homemaker.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fine. Yes. Stop your sharing the screen. And second one is third one. That is third one. Anshu. Yes, Anshu.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Anshu from Rajasthan. So my father name is Manmohan Gupta and he's a shopkeeper, and my mom is housewife.
Your father is a?
Shopkeeper, sir.
Pardon?
Shopkeeper.
Okay, good. Fine. You are in Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Stop sharing screen. Arvind Ghosh. Yes, Arvind.
Hello, sir.
I think
I'm Arvind Bose.
Arvind Ghosh belongs to energy and environment.
Sir?
Have you studied energy and environmental, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Your screen picture is so nice. Your screen picture is so nice. Okay, yes. Go ahead.
I'm from Tanjore, Tamil Nadu. My father name is Subhash Chandra Bose and he is a professor, and my mother is a housewife, sir.
Yes, professor belongs to which department and which college he is working?
Computer science, sir.
In which college he is working?
Undi Pushpam College in Tanjore.
Undip. Oh, very good. Mother is a homemaker.
Yeah, yes, sir.
தஞ்சாவூர்ல எங்க இருக்கீங்க?
Madhakota Road, sir. New bus stand side.
Okay, Madhav. Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Stop sharing the screen. The fifth one, Dakshash.
Sir, I'm Dakshesh, sir.
Dakshesh. Sorry, Dakshesh. Okay.
Yes, sir, I'm from I'm from Ooty, sir, but currently I'm in Coimbatore, sir.
Ooty. Okay, good.
Yes, sir, my father is very agriculture, sir.
Okay, fine. Mother is a? Your mother?
Mom is a homemaker. Homemaker, sir.
Homemaker? Okay, have you took part in doing agricultural things, Dakshesh?
Sir, no, sir, only tea. We are doing tea leaves, so that's all. Tea.
Okay, have you do you shown any interest towards your father work?
Sir, no.
No. Okay. Even that is also a study. If time permits, you go ahead, Dakshesh.
Yes, sir, surely. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dakshesh. Stop sharing this thing. And okay, I think do you don't have any doubts with these presentation? We'll meet tomorrow. Any doubts? Any clarifications in the today's presentation?
So in that homework given,
I'll post it in WhatsApp group too.
Sir, no, sir. Sir, the first question we have 1, 2, 2. Which one should take as a word? Any two? Any of?
Yes, very good question. Very good. I think he analyzed and he searched and he tried to solve. That is what the essential. My appreciation, Srinath, Siddharthan. Yes, you do with any of those two. You can do.
Okay.
But my suggestion, you take the third equation. This one.
I took that.
Because these two, yes, this two has the largest absolute, but no issues. We can choose this two. But my suggestion is to go ahead with this. Make this as a pivot term. Okay. Any other queries? Pranav, do you have any query?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow 12:30.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. In order to get attendance, you please once the class is over, you leave. Once everyone leave, only I can get the attendance without any interruptions. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You leave the meeting.